want to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something, completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from here, and this has been like a therapy session.
This is Joe Pugh for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. This is take two, I will admit. I apologise, the memory card was full. JUNAID Bostan here in a very, very cold reception foyer in Leeds. How are you, mate?
I'm good. Kugan, sack him.
He'll be down here at some point. You can tell him in person. Right, public workout we spoke about. In a very cold circumstances, it's going to be a cold week. I think it's going to snow, but great for you to get back out before the end of the year in a big bill. Warrington versus Lopez in Leeds.
Yeah, man, it's Baltic, ain't it? But now I'm delighted to be here. It's just down the M1, so it's not far from my end, and it's really good. I'm looking forward to it, ending the year on the high and on to a big 2023.
4 fights in your first year, you can't really have asked for much more. Obviously, I think it's your third fight in 6 months. You said, moving on to 2023, you've really set a great position for yourself in your first year as a pro.
Yeah, I believe so. I think I've had a very good year, and obviously I'm just going to work on towards it, hopefully titles next year.
100%. And just talk to me about Saturday night. Do you know much about your opponent?
I'm fighting a bloke what's 2-on-1, he's southpaw, so that comes up with its own challenges, but that's fine by me. I can switch myself, and obviously I don't mind fighting southpaw, so yeah, that's something new, and obviously I'm looking at handling it.
Not very many people fight a southpaw in their first 4-5 fights. How important is it for you to keep going and just these little challenges along the way as you take them little steps up?
Well, I'm going to have to do it regardless at some point, so I may as well do it now and wait until I get to like a certain level where I'm fighting someone, well, not to take anything away from him because he's going to come to win, but at a certain level where, okay, you can come unstuck. So he comes up with his own challenges, but I'll face him happily, no problem.
The fight night, well, I say fight night, fight day starts at 1:30, a long sporting occasion with the boxing, then the football, and then the boxing returns once again. Is that strange for you? Have you had to adapt your training, maybe change your body clock over the past week?
I wouldn't say it's ideal, but I don't really have to change much. I'll fight whenever, do you know what I mean? Any time of the day, so regardless of the point, a job's a job and I've got to get it done, so whether it's 2 o'clock, whether it's 8 o'clock, I'll do the business. Get
that job done, then will you be in the arena watching the football?
Yeah, watching the footy. Hopefully, get some food down there. There's some good spots around these sides. Obviously, Mahmoud's, Mile of Horse. So I'll have to get myself one of the two or both. Do you know what I mean? So life's good.
Certainly, once you get that win, you can treat yourself before Christmas. Then main event: Josh Warrington versus Lopez. A lot of people think this is a really hard fight for Josh Warrington. Have you looked into it much yourself?
No, not really. I'll be real with you. I've not really seen or watched much of that Lopez, but I do understand that he's a tough lad, and I know apparently he does hit hard. And obviously he's Mexican, you know what I mean? So the game as they come, so we'll just have to see on the night, obviously. All the best to Warrington, he's an English fighter, and he's from Yorkshire, so got to give him the full support.
Talking of Yorkshire, training with Grant Smith, that gym's thriving at the minute, isn't it? Another dominant performance from Dalton Smith. I know you probably can't give me any information, but there's a lot of chat whether he's going to stay with Matchroom or go to Boxer. Can you give me anything? Can you give me any exclusives on that?
Not a clue. That's not my business. Not my business.
But talk to me then, just the success of that gym. Surely success breeds success, they say, and it's great for you to be around them.
Yeah, the gym's thriving. Obviously, it's very good. Obviously, we've got Florian Marku, we've got Dalton, Sonny, Thomas Somba, Nico, Kyle Yousaf. The list goes on really, and it's a good stable. And obviously, I'm the youngest of the bunch, so it's good to be learning off these blokes. And end of the day, I'm the prospect now. I'm the youngest prospect. Dalton, I won't really count Dalton as a prospect now. He's British champion, so I'm the baby face of the group, and obviously, I'm Eddie's new prospect.
Sonny's been so vocal about that Martinez fight, and
when is he not vocal? When is he not vocal? But listen, he'd run rings around Martinez. And I think people are starting to realise it now. I think really Sonny would have liked it ideally earlier last year when people weren't really giving him the credit what he deserved and saying that Martinez would do him in. But Sonny's in a different league on his own at that division, and he'll show that when he does get these fights.
I heard Eddie say as well in an interview over the weekend that he now makes Sonny favourite after Martinez's performance on Saturday night. So hopefully that fight gets made for next year.
As he should. He knows his boxing. He knows that Sonny would win. Obviously, I back my own boy, and obviously he'll do the job if it comes. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely. And you say that people are now starting to realise how good Sonny is, and I think the same can be said for Dalton Smith. That was a really dominant performance last time out in Manchester, wasn't it?
Yeah, man, the gym's flying, obviously. It's all, don't get me wrong, we're very good boxers, but it's all credit to Grant as well. We've got to give credit to Grant and Pierce, obviously. Funny enough, 8 years ago today, I first joined the gym. I first trained with Grant 8 years ago today, and it was the progress I've made with him. Literally a few months after joining the gym, I lost a stone and I won my first national title with him. So he's kept me on the straight and now, along with my dad and my parents, everyone else, do you know what I mean? And I can't give him enough credit. He don't really say much, he don't really get the credit he deserves, obviously, because he's in the back, he's in the back, not really saying much, but yeah, he's a very good trainer and a very good man, and we all appreciate what he's doing for us.
Obviously, there's the father-son relationship between Grant and Dalton, but what's the relationship like between yourself and Grant?
Dalton always jokes about me being like the lost son almost. We have our one trait. I don't want to say it's trait Paul, it's just I'm quite trait similar, and I don't really complain with it because it's working, but it's tough love, and I've always been given tough love. But looking back at it probably did me a world of good because it kept me on the straight and narrow alongside my dad being on to me, and I probably needed it. And end of the day, and we're boxers, but we're also people, and I think Grant's management is good at times, and I think like it's done me well anyways.
Well, that's the training aspect of it. Your management side, S-Jam stable's completely thriving at the minute. You see what they've done with the likes of Joe Joyce, gradually stepping them forward, and now it looks like he's going to have that massive world title fight in 2023. How much faith have you got in Shane, Adam and the rest of the team?
I'm very, very grateful for him, obviously. They've done a wicked job for me in getting me the deal, and the best deal possible, and they're taking the steps at the right time. They were put forward to me by Grant, saying Grant told me you should take this, and I'll just put trust in everyone around me, and that's one thing I really am glad for, is the people around me. I understand they're pivotal in my career, because you may be a boxer but you need the good people around you, and I've got that, and I'm very lucky to have that at such a young age, at 20, so flying.
100%. I saw on your Instagram earlier you put a little repost of a message to JD Sports, so S-Jam, get the JD Sports sponsorship, yeah?
Listen, I give him a belt, wait, 2 seconds. Let me get this up. Here we go. So they mentioned me in a story. Yeah,
we can see that. Yeah.
They mentioned me in the story, and listen, JD, I don't know whatever geezer's working for JD. You might be watching this, yeah. My nickname is JD Bostan, so it kind of goes hand in hand. Now, if you need a little photo shoot or whatever, sort me out a sponsor. Do you know what I mean? Help a brother, like I said, help a geezer out. Do you know what I mean? I can't complain with that. That'd be good. That, and just in time for Christmas.
Do you want the club or do you want the dough?
Both. I'm greedy there. Do you know what I mean?
Last one then. Big showdown in Leeds, as we said. This could be the first time a lot of people see you. They tune in on the Zone. They may tune in for that night of football and boxing. What can they expect from Boston?
A spiteful, entertaining performance, and I'm going to learn a lot from it, but I really want to put on a performance and a show for everyone, because people are paying hard-earned money to watch me, so I feel almost obliged to do so, and ideally I'd like to get the stoppage.
Excellent. Thank you very much for speaking to IFL TV. We got there in the end, second time lucky, and best of luck Saturday night. Speak to you again soon, mate.
I'm going to share something with you that might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something, completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.